And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. In Roswell, New Mexico, some years ago, I became acquainted with a charming lady by the name of Elizabeth Garrett. It was she who gave me the facts of the story you're about to hear. Although blind since childhood, Miss Garrett was a successful musician and teacher, beloved through New Mexico as the writer of both words and music of "O Fair New Mexico," their state song. Elizabeth Garrett was the daughter of Pat Garrett, famous as the man who killed Billy the Kid. Now, the story of Billy the Kid is a familiar one. I'm now going to tell you Pat Garrett's side of it. Patrick Floyd Garrett, former buffalo hunter and cowpuncher, now running a store at Fort Sumner. William Bonney, 19 years old, with 9 murders already on his soul. Around old Fort Sumner, where they first met early in 1878, folks call him the long and the short of it. Pat excelled with a rifle. Billy the Kid with the 6-shooter. Watch this now.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The Kid's next target was not a bottle or a hat, but the badge on the breast of James A. Brady, the sheriff of Lincoln County, against whom he held a grudge. Brady was killed wantonly, like most of this young hoodlum's victims. But this time, the shots from a 6-shooter echoed 2,000 miles away, to the nation's capital at Washington. Alarmed at the reports of bloodshed and lawlessness in New Mexico, President Rutherford B. Hayes appointed a new territorial governor for New Mexico, General Lew Wallace, with orders to bring an end to the situation and establish peace and order. One of the governor's first acts was to arrange a meeting with Billy the Kid. It took place in the county seat of Lincoln, just up the road from where Billy had murdered Sheriff Brady.
So you're Billy the Kid.
I am.
Thank you for coming. Sit down. How old are you, Billy?
19.
And I'm 51. So I'm going to talk to you as if you were my son. The President of the United States has sent me out here to New Mexico to put an end to all this bloody feuding that's ruining the territory. I've issued a proclamation of amnesty to all those who've taken part in it, on the understanding that they lay down their arms. The offer goes for you too, Billy.
Lay down these? My life wouldn't be worth a nickel. There are men in every building along that street, Governor, just itching to kill me.
Then move to some other country where you're not known. Make a fresh start.
I happen to like it here.
You're only 19, Billy.
Do you know how many notches are on my gun?
Still not too late. Surrender yourself.
Me? Surrender?
Yes. And stand trial for whatever charges may be brought against you. If you're acquitted, that will wipe the slate clean. If you're convicted...
You know blamed well I would be.
Then I give you my promise as governor that I will pardon you and set you free. Well, that's my offer, Billy.
Sorry, Governor, it's no use.
You prefer to be an outlaw?
I guess that's about the size of it. The new sheriff. He's afraid of me. He needn't be. I wouldn't waste a bullet on his carcass.
One of these days, Billy, Lincoln County will have a sheriff of whom you're afraid.
When the time comes, just remember, you had your chance. I appreciate your coming up here to Santa Fe, Mr. Chisholm. Cigar?
No, thank you. I think I can guess what's on your mind, Governor. Billy the Kid.
Yes. You sit down.
Thank you.
I've been governor for nearly 2 years now.
And you've done an excellent job, sir. The Lincoln County War is a thing of the past.
But there's no real peace in the territory. Settlers won't come out here. Billy's got a whole gang operating now.
As tough a bunch of cattle thieves as I've ever run up against.
Your herds have suffered?
Sure. In spite of the fact the Kid and I were once friends. When I accused him of stealing my cattle, he threatened my life. He meant it, too. He'd kill me at the drop of a hat if it pleased him. He has absolutely no conscience.
What's the answer, Chisholm? This can't go on.
There's an election coming up in Lincoln County. Put a sheriff in office that'll get the Kid.
Do you have anyone in mind?
Yes, I have. Pat Garrett.
What makes you think he'd do what no one else has been able to do?
Because he's smart. He's got guts. He's got, I guess you'd call it character. And he loves New Mexico.
Fighter?
Oh, I don't suppose Pat Garrett's ever killed a man in his life. But you give him a job to do, he'll follow to the end of the trail. No matter what it costs him.
Get Pat Garrett elected.
First, I'll have to persuade him to run. I'm laying all the cards on the table, Pat. Your sole job as sheriff will be to wipe out Billy the Kid.
Kid and I were pretty friendly at one time, Chisholm.
Same with me. This goes beyond personal considerations. This involves the whole future of New Mexico. We're going to attract settlers to this country, kind that'll make it grow and prosper. We got to get rid of this killer.
How do I know I'd be elected?
We'll take care of that. Every cattleman in the county will back you. The Kid killed another man last week. The Indian agent at the Mescalero Reservation. He laughed it off. He said this shooting didn't count.
I'll run for sheriff.
Howdy, Pat.
Hello, Billy. I've been wanting to meet you, Billy. Make something plain. I'm elected, you know what's going to happen.
Sure. They'll pin a badge on you.
I'll be out to get you.
Dead or alive, huh?
Alive, if possible, so that you can be brought to trial.
Nobody'll ever put handcuffs on me, Pat.
I'm just giving you notice. I pledged my word to the voters of this county to put an end to lawlessness. And that means you.
You and me have held shooting matches before, Pat. How about another? Right now.
I'm not sheriff yet.
That badge will be right there. Or would you rather get the bullet where Brady got his? I'm warning you, Pat Garrett. You go after me and I'll blast you off the face of the earth.
Adios, Billy.
Call on me for any assistance you may need, Sheriff.
Thank you, Governor.
Cattlemen's Association will furnish you with a posse. All of them experts at tracking men.
I aim to get him before the year's out.
Lincoln County covers nearly 40,000 square miles.
I know the kid's haunts. And he's threatened to make me the next notch on his gun.
The 18th, that would be.
The 19th. He just killed another man.
Where?
Who?
Fort Sumner. A total stranger. Just to win a bet of $25.
Good luck, Sheriff.
Here for the night.
Heck of a place to spend Christmas. No grub, no fire.
Would you prefer Fort Sumner with Pat Garrett and his posse?
Wilcox Ranch. Picked up fresh horses. Wilcox said they headed north towards Stinking Spring. Well, there's an old stone hut there. Used to be used by sheep herders. Chances are they're taking cover there. We push, we can make it by daylight. They're still asleep. Jim, you and Lee stay with me. We'll cover the front of the house. That door's the only entrance. There's not a window anywhere. The rest of you boys, post yourselves around the sides and the back. We've got you covered, Charlie. Put up your hands.
Billy! Billy! They got me, Billy!
Don't come in here to die. Get out there and get one of them first.
I wish.
And Billy the Kid was supposed to be your friend. We've got to cut their horses loose. Stay where you are. Nice shooting, Pat. We've got you cornered, Billy. You might as well give yourselves up.
You go to blazes, Pat.
You try to make a dash for it, and we'll kill you all as fast as you come out that door.
We still got some tricks up our sleeves.
I'm willing to wait. smoke's carrying that smell in just the right direction.
You think it'll fetch him?
They've had nothing to eat since breakfast yesterday. What'd I tell you?
Hey, Pat, how about some coffee?
Come and get it! But come with your hands up, Billy.
Give me your word you won't shoot into us as we come out.
That's a promise.
All right. We'll surrender.
I gave my word.
Some pumpkins, ain't you, Pat? He's captured the greatest desperado in the Southwest. 19 notches on his gun.
Suppose you do your boasting to the judge, Billy, and you come up for trial.
William Bonney, you have been tried and found guilty. It is the order of this court that you be taken to Lincoln and there confined in jail until May 13th. And on that day, between the hours of sunrise and noon, you will be hanged by the neck until you are dead, dead, dead. And may God have mercy on your soul.
The jail? Nah. Pat Garrett wouldn't trust the kid in anything so rickety. He's got him up in the second story of the courthouse with handcuffs and leg irons. And 2 deputies guarding him night and day until May 13th. That ain't so far off now.
Where's the other deputy?
Ollinger? He went over to the restaurant to put on the feed bag. Looks as innocent as a schoolboy, don't he? Lying there asleep.
We're glad when this whole thing's done with. I'm riding over to White Oaks this morning to see about some lumber.
For the gallows?
Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow the next day. Meanwhile, don't you and Ollinger relax your guard for an instant.
Don't worry, Pat. If he so much as tosses in his sleep, one of us will be ready for him.
Just remember, behind that smile of his is murder.
How about a game of money to pass the time?
I'm willing.
Your turn to deal today. I'll buck the game.
Help yourself to some chips.
Five on the deuce and 5 on the 8 spot.
Your system ain't working today, kid.
Game's not over yet. I ain't licked until I've thrown in my last chip. Deal another layout. Here's where I go the limit. Sorry, Bill, it's kind of clumsy playing with handcuffs on.
That's all right, kid. I'll get it for you. What's the devil?
Now do as I tell you and be quick about it. One false move, mister, and you're a dead man. Now get up and turn and walk out that door. I'm gonna lock you in the gun closet while I get away. Move! Now there's just one more thing to do. Get Pat Garrett.
There never was an escape like it. He got downstairs and held a gun at the blacksmith's head and ordered him to strike his irons. Then stole a horse and rode away.
That was 2 months ago, Pat.
Yes.
And not a trace of him since.
Oh, not a trace, Governor.
He's got to be somewhere. Even Billy the Kid can't evaporate into thin air.
I've got a dozen posses combing the territory. I hired Apaches to track him down. They're better than bloodhounds, you know that.
With no luck.
No. They lost the trail after 3 days. Chances are he slipped across the border into old Mexico.
Or he'd be safe. You didn't want to see the kid hang in the first place. You liked him.
What are you accusing me of, Chisholm?
Gentlemen, gentlemen.
I'm sorry, Pat.
The eyes of the whole nation are on New Mexico, Sheriff. Billy the Kid's got to be found.
And he'll never be taken alive, I can tell you that. He's desperate now. And if our trails cross, it's either him or me.
Did you say if?
I'm heading over to Fort Sumner with a couple of deputies. It's rumored he has a sweetheart there.
You are crazy, Billy, to come into Fort Sumner.
Crazy? Yes, about you, Querida.
Even your old friends are now afraid to harbor you.
I've still a few left. The Gutierrez.
Get out of the country, Billy. Across the border into Mexico. Before Pat Garrett catches up with you.
Pat Garrett. You see this gun, Querida?
Put it away. It frightens me.
21 notches. And right here, room for another. With Pat Garrett's name on it.
Billy? Chiquito, for the love of heaven. Promise me you will leave.
I promise. First thing tomorrow morning.
Tonight!
I've got to catch a few hours sleep and some grub.
You've had nothing to eat.
I'll slip over to Gutierrez. They'll feed me. Even though it's late at night. Senor Gutierrez, while you're making the coffee, I'm going to slip over to Pete Maxwell's and cut myself a steak off that side of beef on his porch.
I'm going to stop in here at Pete Maxwell's and see if he knows anything.
He'd be likely to.
Well, Pete's the big rod in these parts. I worked for him when I first came to Fort Sumner.
House is dark.
I know where he sleeps.
That someone on the porch?
Nah. That's the side of beef. You boys stay here. Keep in the shadows.
The killer is dead.
And that's the true story as told to me by his daughter Elizabeth of Pat Garrett's role in bringing an end to the mad killings of Billy the Kid. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. With the outbreak of the war between the states, the federal government began recalling its troops from Arizona, and the Apaches soon ruled that territory uncontested. Now, ranchers, miners, and prospectors were either killed or had to get out. That is all except one rancher named Pete Kitchen. Our story is about this rancher's heroic stand against the Apache horde, his last stand, which took place, strangely enough, on Pete Kitchen's wedding night. Pete had arrived in Arizona from his native Kentucky back in '54, homesteaded 1,000 acres of rich bottom land, and set in raising crops and his pride and joy, pigs. Within a few years, his pigs had grown famous. Stores in Tucson, 58 miles to the north, advertised Pete Kitchen hams, and his tasty bacon was equally famous. The Apaches had raided him time and time again, but there on his ranch, he'd stayed unconquered and unconquerable, up till this, the day of his wedding.
You should have been here by now, Deacon.
Well, patience, Pete, my boy. It's a long, hot ride from Tubac.
Saw a raiding party earlier this morning, heading toward Tubac.
The good Lord will take care of his own, especially such a beautiful little young angel as she is.
Just her and her brothers. What chance would they have against the Apache?
Mr. Kitchen! Mr. Kitchen! Cloud of dust to the north. Can't tell yet whether they're wearing hats or not. I said there's at least 50 of them.
Spread the alarm.
North wall, boys! Let's give them a welcome!
They're behind the rise over there. I can't see nothing but the dust. But they're still coming.
Same as always, boys. Shoot any son of a bronco that ain't wearing a hat.
They're coming into the open now. Hold it! They ain't Apaches, I'm soldiers. A whole company of them. Supply wagon. Civilians, too. Main bunch is going right on by. But there's somebody cutting out this way. It looks like just one of them. No, it's two.
It's Donna Rosa!
Hallelujah!
The boss sure cuts a fancy picture in his wedding outfit, don't he?
Yeah. People dress the same way for a burying.
Welcome.
You poor dear, you must be plumb wore out. Come, we'll all help you get ready. Come on. Did you bring something old and something new? Some of you men folks, bring in our things.
Captain, you sure gave us quite a start. We weren't expecting a cavalry escort, but I do thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure, Mr. Kitchen. We were scheduled to pass by here today, so we thought it best that the young lady come with us. Before I get back to my company, I'd like to have a word with you, if I may.
Oh, certainly. Come on in the house. Sit down, Captain.
I'll get right to the point, Mr. Kitchen. My men out there on the trail represent the last of the federal forces leaving Arizona. Now, there are some civilians accompanying us. Miners, prospectors, ranchers like yourself.
Captain, for 2 years, the Apaches have come at me with everything they got. They ruined my crops, turned my prize pigs into perambulating pincushions with their cussed arrows, tried to set fire to this house. There's a graveyard out there that's full, and all of them ain't Apaches. But, Captain, I ain't no closer to running today than I was 2 years ago.
Yes,
now, sure, I pay my men double wages, but most of them would stay on anyhow. As for the deacon, well, he don't want to go outside, not since the Apaches caught him circuit riding and chased him through my gate some 6 months back.
Mr. Kitchen, I hadn't expected you or your men to accompany our withdrawal. I was mainly thinking of your fiancée. I understand she has relatives well east of here?
Yeah.
Well, I think you should at least compel her to join us.
Rosa. Rosa! Rosa! Rosa, the captain here has a question.
About joining your withdrawal, Captain.
Yes, ma'am?
You already know my answer, don't you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm afraid I do.
Now, Rosa.
Captain, I do wish you could stay for the ceremony.
That would be a real pleasure, ma'am. But I must rejoin my troops. Mr. Kitchen, you are indeed fortunate. Aside from being a lovely lady, your fiancée possesses, in no small amount, that same indomitable courage and all due respects to you, ma'am, cussed stubbornness with which you, sir, are so abundantly endowed. I wish you both a happy marriage.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the joining of this man and this woman in the bonds of holy matrimony. Now the good Lord hath said, it is not good for man to live alone. Therefore, he said, I shall create him a helpmate. And for this cause, man has left his father and his mother and has cleaved with his wife.
Mr. Kitchen! Mr. Kitchen! Doggone it. You're doing a good job, Deacon. Excuse me. Apaches?
Not yet, but you better come with us right now.
There's nobody on there.
It's a cavalry outfit.
You can't see him from the tower.
They've been going at it hot and heavy. Tapering off some now. All right, boys, let's go give them some help.
Hold on. Listen.
Shooting stop.
Yeah. Probably just a stray pack. Those soldier boys made short work of them.
Maybe. Deacon, you take care of her. I'll be back as quick as I can.
All right, Pete.
Maybe the soldier boys took care of them, and maybe they just scared them off. But if the cavalry didn't finish them, they'll be back to take a crack at us. Slim, you and Shorty right out there and have a look. We better get extra sentinels posted, check our weapons, and let's get the pigs under cover. Plenty more ammunition in the house. You better get some. Well, I guess we've done everything we can. You two will both be up in the tower. The moon will soon be bright enough to see real good.
Pardon me.
Excuse me.
Any word yet?
Nope. She had the ladies brew up a nice hot cup of coffee for the boys. Yes, sir. At a time like this, there ain't nothing better for a man than a good hot cup of coffee. Along with some good hot praying, of course.
Well, I can't spare Jake and his fiddle. He's guarding the north wall. But Apaches or no Apaches, we're getting married this night.
Deacon?
You ready? Well, then, if you two will just step right over here, we'll get along with it. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the joining of this man and this woman in holy wedlock. If anyone therefore can show just cause why they may not be lawfully joined together, let him now speak, or else forever hold his peace. Pete Kitchen, wilt thou have this woman...
Mr. Kitchen! Mr. Kitchen!
Oh, doggone it.
I hate to bust in on you like this, Mr. Kitchen, but we brought back somebody that we think you ought to talk to right now.
He's the only one left.
And that ain't all. You tell Mr. Kitchen what you told us.
What is it, son?
They killed them all. Every man, woman, baby. Then they set fire to our wagons. All except one.
It was a powder wagon, Mr. Kitchen. The Apaches took the powder wagon with them. Ain't much question what them red heathens gonna do with all that powder.
That'll give them Apaches their best chance yet of blowing you to kingdom come, Mr. Kitchen.
They're camped a couple of miles from here. They likely ain't gonna wait much past sunup.
Saddle me a horse.
No, Pete.
Give us time to saddle a couple of fresh ones, too.
No, I don't expect you boys to ride with me. And enough money in the world to pay for that kind of work.
All the money in the world ain't gonna do nobody no good. Not if them Apaches have that powder wagon tomorrow morning.
I'm riding with you too, Mr. Kitchen.
All right, boy. On your way.
Pete. Pete, there must be some other way. Oh, you mustn't go out there.
Rosa, there's no other way. You heard what the men said. I've got to get that powder wagon. Don't you worry none. I'll be back quick as a hog's grunt.
Pete! Quicker than a hog's grunt.
We better go the rest of the way by foot.
It's old Red Sleeves herself come for the kill.
Kitchen! Goodbye!
He speaks English. Better than you or me. He spent a lot of time with white people. Mostly bad ones. He hates all white people now like crazy. There's our passport to doomsday.
At least 3 guards.
Like flies around a hog trough.
We ain't gonna be able to get close enough there to do nothing. Not unless they get awful careless. Or maybe liquored up. What good's that gonna do? Ain't gonna make no difference if they get liquored up. We still ain't gonna get close enough to that rig to do nothing about it. I do not.
Well, what are we gonna do, Mr. Kitchen?
I'm gonna just sit tight for a spell and wait.
My legs hurt so much I can't hardly move. If we stay like this much longer, we ain't gonna be able to get ourselves out of here. Forget about that wagon.
No use arguing about that. Come on.
Sure hope it works.
I know Apache, son. It'll work.
It's got to. Be daylight soon.
We still have some time. My prize 4 sucklings. All right, you boys know what to do?
Yes, sir. We all set.
All right. Get going. Boy?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get on with it. Put that around your hand, son. Here we go. Slow and easy. Well, we sure took care of the powder wagon.
Well, hallelujah.
Yes, but they're going to be hot on our trail in a few minutes, so let's get on with the marriage ceremony.
What, right here, right now?
Oh, Deacon, please.
Well, I haven't got my good book with me, but, well, no matter.
Well, we haven't much time.
Dearly beloved.
From where we left off, please.
Oh, Pete Kitchen. Will you take this woman here for your lawful wedded wife? Will you promise to love, obey, cherish, and comfort her for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Donna Rosa, will you accept this man as your lawful wedded husband? Will you promise to love him?
There they come!
And all of the other questions that I just asked him just a few minutes ago, as long as you both shall live.
I will.
Join your right hands together, please. Inasmuch as you've decided and determined to become wedded in holy wedlock, then I now pronounce you man and wife.
Hey, that's a flag of truce! Hey, they're carrying a white flag of truce!
I don't trust
It is. It's a white flag. He's carrying a white flag, the one in front.
You keep them covered with your rifles, boys. I'll go try to find him something to answer with. You, stay with the deacon.
Oh, I am.
Pete Kitchen! You come out! Alone! Pete Kitchen!
Keep those rifles on him.
Wait! No guns! We have come to make terms.
What kind of terms?
From now on, we will not come more than half-mile from your ranch. You, Pete Kitchen, will stay away from Apache stronghold. Forever. Agreed?
Agreed.
From that day on, the Apaches ignored Pete Kitchen. At times, raiding parties would pass within sight of his house, but never closer than half a mile. Pete had more than proven himself as an enemy worthy of their steel, and his victory, one unparalleled in the entire history of Apache warfare, was final.
Hallelujah. You done it, Lord. Thank you.
This is a .50 caliber Sharps carbine, for which I have the greatest respect. So did the Apaches. This is the actual gun that Pete Kitchen carried in the Apache warfare, taken from his saddle by his brother-in-law, Manuel Ronquillo. It was loaned to us by Colonel Gil Proctor, the present owner of the Pete Kitchen Ranch, the old ranch house that now houses the Pete Kitchen Museum. Oh, yes. The original stronghold is still standing, just off the U.S. Highway 89 between Tucson and Nogales, a landmark to the memory of a doughty pioneer who refused to be driven out. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. The old fairy tales always end, and so they were married and lived happily ever after. But this is a tale about real people. The wedding is only the beginning. How they lived after is the interesting, the important part of the story I call Pay Dirt. June 1882. The bells are pealing in old Southbury Church for Mac and Norma Gordon. And here they come.
Good luck. Good luck.
Oh, Mac, look to the west. Even the sky is gold.
It's a lucky omen. The golden west waiting for us. My darling.
Whoa!
Welcome home, Mrs. Gordon.
So this is the end of the rainbow.
I thought you were going to say the end of the honeymoon.
Oh, darling.
I know it's a pretty forlorn apology for a house after what you've been used to.
I love it. It makes me think of that song. You know, in the little old sod shanty on my claim.
All we need now is the claim.
Oh, you'll locate one in no time at all. Why, you're bound to, all that gold lying around out there.
That's my wife. Norma, you're wonderful. I don't know of many girls with your background who would come out here pioneering.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm never going to look like a pioneer.
You couldn't look weather-beaten.
And no straggly hair, no rough hands. This desert's not going to get me.
You bet it's not. We're going to lick the desert.
I'll have a beer, please.
Coming right up.
How much?
2 bits. Thank you.
Spot the fellow who just ordered the suds.
A Johnny come lately?
Green as grass after a spring rain.
You're getting poetic, partner.
Always affects me that way when I see a new prospect.
You want to make a play for him?
Worth a try.
Then you best move right in. He looks like a one-drink guy to me.
Stranger. This yours?
Well, why?
Why, yes.
You dropped it back there.
I don't know how it could have happened, but I'm eternally grateful to you.
Oh, I'm glad I picked it up instead of a crook.
That would have been a bad beginning for me to lose my bankroll.
Well, one thing about out here, man can clean up fast.
How? I'm interested.
Oh, any number of ways.
Gambling?
No, that's for sharpies. I mean, like striking pay dirt.
Well, that doesn't happen overnight.
Or investing in a claim that's already been located.
Takes a lot of money for that, doesn't it?
Not necessarily. I picked up land for a few thousand and sold it for 100,000. And parted with some for next to nothing. Like a sucker.
I take it you're a mining promoter.
You flatter me, stranger. I'm just a hard rock miner. My partner's a real businessman. Say, how would you like to meet him sometime? He might be able to steer you on to something.
Well, is he here in Bodie?
I'm going to meet him at the Timberline restaurant. You like pork and beans?
I'm from Boston.
Well, come along.
Darling, my hair.
Sweetheart, I think I made a strike.
In those clothes?
What would you say, Mrs. Gordon, if your husband were to tell you he had a chance to acquire a rich mine?
Well, have you?
Right from out of the blue. If I hadn't dropped my wallet on the street...
Mac! Oh, no.
Come on, I'll tell you about it. The government land agent was out to lunch when I got to Bodie. So I decided to kill a little time, and I went to a saloon and I had a beer. Then I went out and I took a walk, and afterwards I came back and I saw the assay report on the ore samples. I knew this was the mine for us. I'm prepared to invest all my savings in it.
After you examine the land.
Ground is what it's called in mining. Of course I shall examine it thoroughly.
Aren't you glad now you took geology at Harvard?
As yet, I still don't know what kind of a price they have in mind.
Mac, I'd like to contribute what I have. The money Papa gave me.
No, I'd rather not touch that.
But what better use could it be put to than, well, the backlog of our future? Dearest, please. It'd make me feel like a real partner.
You look at them like that, and they'll give you the whole shebang.
Are they that soft?
No. They're rough diamonds. Well, if I do accept your offer, that would mean $5,000 to trade with.
Oh, Mac, I can hardly wait.
Do you know what I'm going to call it if we buy it? The Norma Mine. Well, gentlemen, what's your proposition?
Our idea is to cut you in for 1/3.
I want sole ownership.
I don't know as we're prepared for that.
All or nothing.
How much you willing to pay?
What are you asking?
Now, there's a Yankee horse trader for you. $5,000.
4,000.
Hey, what do you take us for?
I've been inquiring around as to mining values.
4,800.
It's too high. This ground has to be developed from scratch.
46.
45.
Hey, you chiseler. It's a deal. And you got yourself a bargain. Just like taking candy from a kid.
I've been inquiring into mining values.
This ground will have to be developed from scratch. He don't know how much scratching he's in for. Them lily-white hands of his will be plumb blistered.
$2,250 apiece. To Mac Gordon and all the other suckers.
There's one born every minute.
And we still have $500 left.
Not quite. I had to buy these tools, don't forget.
Oh, that's a capital investment. You see, I know something about business, too. Maybe I could keep the books, Mac.
Why not?
I'll buy a ledger tomorrow. You know what I'd love?
Me.
I said what, silly, not who.
Oh, what then?
Some jewelry. A brooch, perhaps, made of the gold from our mine.
Brooch, nothing. We're going to have a whole gold service for our table.
Is it rich?
High grade is the term. That's for the assayer to decide. The samples were no good.
They showed traces of gold.
Only a trace after all that back-breaking work?
I can only report what I find, sir.
I'm not doubting your word. I'm just disappointed, that's all. How much?
$5.
Assay, $5. Another $5 gone to glory. How much do we have left? Where's the ledger?
Do stop pacing, Mac. It makes me nervous.
Where's the ledger?
Supper's almost ready.
Where is the ledger? What's this entry? $20.
Oh, something I sent away for.
You sent away for something that cost $20 at a time like this?
It's a present for the house.
What kind of a present?
Mac, I want it to be a surprise.
It is all right. A nasty one. Norma, do you realize we have only a few $100s left between us and nil?
Stop using Latin words.
We're going rapidly broke and you squander $20 on a trinket.
It's not a trinket. It's something useful.
Well, whatever it is, it's going back. Norma, I thought you had more sense than to waste what little money we've got left.
Waste? If you knew how hard I scrimped and saved, eked out our food, pinched pennies.
Is that it?
I wanted something cheerful.
A cuckoo clock.
I'm sorry, Mac.
We're all cuckoo. Oh, the hinges are of leather and the windows have no glass.
And the board roof lets the howling blizzard in. And I hear the hungry coyote as he slinks up through the grass round my little old sod shanty on my claim.
Whoa.
Howdy.
Well, how do you do?
So you're our new neighbor.
Well, not very new. We've lived here for over 6 months.
Well, in the desert, anything less than a year is new. I'm Aaron Brinkle. Me and my wife have a claim next valley over.
Oh, well, I'm Mrs. Gordon.
Say, I'm going into town. Anything I can fetch you?
Thank you. Not a thing.
Well, now, if you ever do need anything fetched or carried, you just let me know.
I will. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Say, I'll bring the wife over for a visit sometime.
Oh, that would be nice.
Get up.
I don't understand it. There must be some mistake.
My figures don't lie, Mr. Gordon.
The original assay showed high-grade ore.
I didn't make this report.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying that some assayer who knew his business found rich values on my claim.
Then go back to him.
I shall.
If you can find him. $5, please.
These assayers, I can't trust any of them.
It's not the assayer's fault because the samples were no good.
I suppose I'm to blame.
Yes, I think you are.
What do you mean?
You should have investigated more thoroughly. And you went ahead and threw my money into it, too.
You offered it to me. You begged me to take it.
That money was to have been a nest egg for me. Papa always said a married woman should have some money of her own.
Oh, hang your father.
Don't talk about my father like that. My father's a very fine businessman.
I suppose I'm not. Who was it saved us $500 on that deal?
You got stung.
Who was it squandered $20 on a silly little cuckoo clock?
I like that clock.
Shut up.
I said... Shut up!
Mac! $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $51, $25, $35, $40, $51.44 apiece.
Darling! Norma! Norma! Sweetheart! Mac, I'm going away. Don't try to follow me.
Would you gentlemen like some more coffee?
No, thanks. How long have you been working here, girlie?
Oh, I just started today.
Thought I hadn't seen you before, but I'll be seeing you again.
You pay the cashier.
That's for you, Chickie, with love and kisses.
Likewise.
Well, I'll get you a bill of fare, sir.
Who's your gentleman friend?
Oh, I don't know his name. All I know is he came from the East.
Oh, a Johnny-come-lately. Maybe it's the light, but does it strike you, partner, that he looks rather, greenish?
Yeah.
You mean sick?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he was coming down with something.
Maybe he's facing an operation, removing some of his vitals. Let's mosey over and see what we can do him for. I mean, do for him.
The vein runs from north to south, like from this salt cellar to this salt cellar.
The richest vein I ever saw.
Should run at least $300 a ton.
Thank you very much. When you said that gold ran from one salt cellar to the next, I like to busted a button. Salt! Girlie, you're getting a 5-spot for a tip today.
Well, thank you, sir.
If you was a drinking gal, we'd take you along with us to help celebrate.
Oh, what's the occasion?
We just made a deal to sell a piece of mining property to that fella.
So quickly?
Well, if you don't grab a sucker fast, you don't grab him at all.
Was he a sucker?
Like all the dudes that come out here from the East. Rig up an assay report, show them a map, and they're right in your lap. Remember the young fella came out here last summer from Boston? We offered him a share of a mine.
But would he take it? No, sir. He wanted the whole thing. I insist upon sole ownership.
Well, that sounds like Mac Gordon.
You know Mac Gordon?
So you rooked him, too?
To the tune of $4,500.
And you sit there and boast about it.
Oh, now, girlie.
Keep your hands off of me. And don't call me girly.
What shall I call you, Spitfire?
You can call me Mrs. Mac Gordon.
Mrs. Mac Gordon?
I'm going to report you to the sheriff for what you've done. You'll be arrested, forced to make restitution.
Calm down, ma'am.
Calm down. When we've been duped of all our savings. When my husband's practically killed himself for months working a worthless claim.
That's his hard luck.
I hope they tar and feather you. Run you out of town on a rail.
There ain't a thing they can do to us, ma'am. Your husband bought the claim with his eyes wide open.
He trusted you.
Well, this'll learn him.
Oh, darling, you're back.
Oh, I missed you so.
It was all my fault.
No, darling.
But everything's going to be all right.
But it isn't.
What do you mean?
Mac, I found out we've been taken. The men who sold you the claim.
Daly and Syke?
Oh, they salted it. There was no gold there except what they put there. That's why the assays turned out badly.
Where did you learn this?
Well, they admitted it themselves. And the worst part of it is there's no way we can get back at them.
I guess you're right. It's the old story. Let the buyer beware.
Oh, I don't blame you, darling, and please forgive the horrid things I said.
The funny thing is, I'd begun to have new faith in the claim. I struck what looked like real pay dirt the other day. Look, you can see the gold in it.
Oh, they're clever, those two.
Just to satisfy my own curiosity, I'm going to have these samples assayed.
And waste another $5? Oh, it's up to you, of course, darling.
If the reports turn out like all the others, I'm through. We'll pull up stakes and get out of here.
Well, if it ain't Mr. Gordon. Howdy.
How's everything with you?
You should know.
Working hard, making money?
Look, if you gentlemen came here to gloat...
No, we came here to have an assay made. Where's the fella?
He's making an assay for me.
From the, what did you name your mine?
The Norma.
After your wife.
Yes.
And a mighty cute trick she is, too.
Let's leave my wife out of this.
Oh, no need to be jealous. She behaved herself in Bodie.
I said leave her out of this.
Never permitted no liberties to speak of.
What's going on here? Hey, break it up. There's no place to fight. This is the sale office.
He started
it.
They started it. Sold me a phony claim. Bled me white.
No, you don't. Not here.
We'll finish this outside.
Well, that suits me.
And get killed just when you struck it rich?
What? What did you say?
Here's the report on those samples that you left me.
$125 a ton.
From the Norma?
From the Norma. Put there by the Almighty.
I don't know what's come over this town. A man can't make a living here no more. Look at this picture. The steam yacht Norma, owned by Macaulay Gordon of Nob Hill, who's mined by the same name as one of the biggest producers in the state. There's one born every minute.
They say the first 100 years are the hardest, darling.
Well, we've come through this one with flying colors.
Here's to the next 99.
Together.
Now I'll wind up like the old fairy tales. And they lived happily ever after. You know, of course, which pair I'm referring to. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country.
During the 80s, Tom Horn was one of the most notorious characters in Wyoming. But like history books say, sometimes he was on the side of the law, other times he lived by his wits, his courage, and his gun. But one thing you could be sure of, if there was trouble, sooner or later, Tom Horn was bound to show up. Tonight, I'm going to tell you a story of how he once got mixed up with some perilous cargo.
Tom Horn, I'm letting you go on one condition. Don't ever come back to Laramie.
Suits me.
Take care of your town, Sheriff.
Hold it right there, mister. All right, Tom, you know me. Sam Drake.
Sure, I know you. You following me or just heading in the same direction?
Yeah, I'm following you. I got a little job I thought you might be interested in. That is, if you could use $1,000.
Any man can use $1,000. What do I have to do for it?
Hold up the Laramie coach out of Cheyenne tomorrow afternoon.
How much gold she carrying?
None that I know of.
And what do you want to hold it up for?
Women?
Women?
Yeah, 4 of them. Mail order brides on their way to Laramie to get married. Only I got some friends up in the hills who want some wives.
What are all these women going to say about this?
For $1,000, who cares?
All right, Sam, you've got yourself a deal. You meet me at Pilot Knob. You have the money, and I'll have the females.
All right.
Cover your quail.
Hello, handsome. Thanks for coming to our rescue.
Anybody hurt?
Just shook up a little. You better do something about that driver.
Sure. See if I can find a spade.
Finished?
Yep, that's that.
Poor Harry.
You know him?
Used to see him in the El Dorado between runs. That's where I work. Oh, I'm Della Allison.
You mean the dance hall in Laramie?
That's the place. You been there?
Just left there. I don't recall seeing you, though.
Oh, well, I've been away for about a month in Kansas City, picking up some new costumes. You just ought to see them. Change for every day in the week. Knock your eye out.
It's like I left too soon. Where'd you run into them?
On the stage coming back. They're all going to Laramie to be married.
Oh?
This here's Amy.
Howdy.
Hello.
She's going to marry the sheriff. Oh, but I guess you know Sheriff Peters, don't you?
Well, you might say we had a running acquaintance.
And this is Bess.
Howdy.
How do?
Raised on a farm. She's sure going to make a good wife for that rancher of hers. What was his name again, honey?
Brett Rankin. They've been corresponding for a year. I'm Mary Jackson.
What about you?
I've got a doctor waiting for me.
Doc Hamilton?
Why, yes. You know him, too?
I guess I should. He dug a couple of slugs out of me.
We started writing while I was teaching school. Well, I could tell from his letters he must be a fine man.
Guess that leaves you, Ella Mae. Who's your man?
Johnny Williams.
Johnny Williams.
He didn't meet me in Cheyenne yesterday. He said for sure he would in his last letter.
Well, we've all introduced ourselves. Now, how about you?
Name's Tom Horn.
Well. Girls, you've been talking to the man who captured Geronimo almost single-handed and helped break up the hole-in-the-wall gang.
Well, right now I'm going to try my hand at driving that stage. Shall we get aboard?
Come on, girls. Aren't you going in the wrong direction?
Shortcut.
You sure about this trail?
Yep.
Seem to be sure about everything. But was anybody ever sure about you?
Keep talking.
I know a lot of things I didn't tell those girls about Tom Horn. Gunman, killer for the Cattlemen's Association.
The men I killed were rustlers.
Uh-huh. Only the association never bothered getting you a badge to make it legal.
Have it your way.
You did have a badge once in Arizona. Why'd you give it up?
You're the one with all the answers.
Could it have been because the badge made it so you couldn't take on private deals?
Did it ever occur to you that you might be sticking your nose into something that's none of your business?
Am I? Well, I don't trust you, Tom Horn, not for a minute. I want to know why we're off the trail.
Oh! Howdy!
Why are we stopping?
Because I'm tired of listening to you. And I want a little peace and quiet. Now get inside.
All right, I will. And glad for a change of company.
Get up there! Hold-up men, nosy women, and now wheel off.
Well, do we walk or swim?
Well, don't just sit there. Come on, girls. You gotta get out.
on, Stone.
Shoes and stockings off if you don't want to be carried, and I don't.
Well, looks like we're in luck, ladies. The spindle nut came off about a half a mile back down the trail. But I found it.
Mr. Horn, do you know my Johnny?
Johnny Williams? Sure, I know him.
Why do you suppose he didn't meet the stage in Cheyenne?
He's in jail.
In jail? Well, what happened?
Well, he's been running around with a pretty tough crowd. They got to drinking, got all liquored up, and there was a brawl. Why do you want to get mixed up with someone like Johnny for?
I answered an advertisement in the St. Louis paper. In his letters, he said he was lonesome. And when you're lonesome, you're more apt to get into trouble.
How about a hand, ladies?
What do you want us to do?
I want you to take this pole and tilt the coach while I slip the wheel on like this.
Oh, you don't have to demonstrate, Mr. Horn. Quite simple. The lever principle. There's the weight, the fulcrum, and we supply the power.
I see.
Don't forget, I was a school teacher.
Well, whatever it is you call what I want, would you please do it?
All right. I'll help you.
A little higher. Now, if this nut still fits the threads.
Didn't you hate giving up teaching school, Mary? Oh, I'm not so sure I'll have to. While my doctor's healing people in Laramie, surely I'll have a lot of time.
What's wrong? Won't it fit?
Huh? Oh, everything's fine. I'll just get a wrench and tighten this up, and we'll be ready to go.
It'll be dark in an hour. These girls are worn out. Besides, they can't rest worth a darn in that coach. I got plenty of blankets.
Well, suit yourself. I don't feel like driving all night, and it's a far piece to Laramie yet.
How far, Tom? Just where are you taking us? You ready to tell me?
I declare you're the most suspicious woman I've ever met.
All right, Tom. I hope I'm wrong. I'll go get those blankets.
Mr. Horn,
Yes?
I heard what you told Ella May about her Johnny and the trouble he's in.
Well?
Well, don't you suppose with you being a good friend of Sheriff Peters and me going there to be his wife and with Ella May there that we could help straighten Johnny Williams out and give him a new start in life?
Well, I guess maybe we can.
Oh, Mr. Horn, do you really think so?
Well, I said I did, didn't I?
No sign of them.
Well, why aren't they here?
I don't know. This man of yours wouldn't let us down. No, there's no money in it for him unless he delivers.
And I warn you, they've got to be the right kind. Good, clean women. A credit to our group.
And strong enough for farm work.
Have no fear, Brother Jonas. We'll break them to the yoke with a just but mighty hand.
Well spoken, Brother Ephraim.
Well, if you're sure they're coming, let's ride down and find them.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Oh, is it morning?
Yep, we're pulling out in a matter of minutes. Rider's coming, Tom.
Stay right here, all of you.
What happened to you? You didn't show up. These fellows are fit to be tied. I told you you must have had trouble. They brought the money, Tom. Cash.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's no deal. We're not doing business.
You're what?
You heard me. I'm not going through with it. So you can go on back and tell your friends.
I see. You're angling for more money.
No, I'll never understand it. You know, Sam, I never turned down the chance to make $1,000 in my life. Those kids have kind of gotten under my skin somehow. Besides, I happen to know the men they're going to marry. And they'll be good marriages. And I don't want to be the one to break it up.
You're trying to double-cross me.
That's your name for it. That's the way it is.
What's going on here?
It's no concern of yours. Just a difference of opinion, that's all.
Aren't you Tom Horn, the man he was dealing with?
That's right.
Where are the wives you promised to deliver?
Still in Cheyenne, I guess. See, I held up the wrong stage.
Wrong stage? Then who are those women?
One of them's name is Della Allison, dance hall girl. She works at the El Dorado in Laramie. The rest of them, they're her friends.
Dance hall girls?
Well, I told you I held up the wrong stage. Of course, if you men are willing to settle for what's handy...
Jezebels, painted creatures, what do you take us for?
He'd make us the laughingstock of our community.
Well, men, the best I can do is offer you what I have. Now, if you don't want to take them, I guess I'll have to take them back into Laramie. Huh? All right, all of you, inside the coach. We're getting out of here.
Come on!
All right, let's see about that one, Brother Jonas.
Ought to leave you right here, leading us on a wild goose chase.
Did you get the women?
We don't want any dance hall girls.
But they're not dance hall girls.
Well, according to your friend, he held up the wrong stage.
Well, now, that's a lie. Those are the wives you wanted.
This isn't finished, Brother Jonas. We'll still have our wives.
But the stage is out of sight. We'll never catch it with those horses.
There's no need to. They have to go through the pass. We can get there first if we hurry.
Hey, wait!
Tom, why didn't you go through with the deal?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I wasn't 50 feet away while you were talking to Sam Dre. I heard everything you said.
So? Give me a medal.
You know, Tom, you're like a coin. Two sides. One bad, one good. You flip it in the air and you never know which side's gonna come up.
One boulder will never block the pass, Brother Ephraim.
By the time it reaches the bottom, it'll be multiplied 100-fold. All right, brothers, give me your combined strength.
Tom, look!
What's wrong? What's going on?
Landslide. Road's blocked.
Tom, wait, look up there.
Now we know how the slide started.
What are you gonna do?
If they want to fight, they can have it. You better get inside. Be safer there.
Does there have to be more killing? There must be some other way to do this.
I said get in.
What'd you do that for?
We'll handle this. Quick, give me a hand with my trunk. Come on, girl. Push it up. Got it down there?
suppose happened to him?
I hit him in the head, so he wouldn't give you boys no trouble. I'm Della of the Eldorado.
Oh.
Come on out, girls. This here is Maxie, boys. She's got a husband in Chicago, but he got himself into a little trouble with the police.
Well, I expect a dance from each one of you at the Eldorado tonight.
Well, here comes Bella. Baby-faced Bella, we call her, but boys, Bella is no baby. Ha ha!
Oh, hello.
Fellers, here comes Diamond Bess. Nicest girl in the world, so long as she has her way. I want that one. Here comes Lou, but I better warn you, boys, she's got a gunslinger in Cheyenne she can't get rid of.
Oh, these boys will protect me. Won't you, boys?
No.
Well, fellas, let's go. They're waiting for us at the Eldorado. Ha ha!
Horn was right. They are dance hall girls.
What's the matter, fellers? Well, girls, I didn't know we looked that bad, but I'm kind of glad we did. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
What happened?
You sat this one out. There go your friends.
Oh. Well, look, don't try to explain anything, huh? Not yet. Just let it come gradual.
Why are we stopping? Laramie's just around the bend.
That's right. And it's the end of the line for me. You can take over from here.
You're not coming in with us?
No, I'm afraid Laramie's too unhealthy for me.
Oh. I suppose this means goodbye.
I never say goodbye, lady. Because you never know when I might crop up again. All right, get going.
Ha!
Come on, girls. Drink a toast for me at your wedding.
I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. When the Stars and Stripes replaced the Mexican flag in the Great Southwest, many of the old land grants were discovered to be faulty. As a result, fiery passions, hard ambition, greed, and hate swept the territory and turned one peaceful rancho into a perilous refuge.
I told you to stay off of this rancho, Senor Brewster.
Carlos, no, please.
Go in the house, Dolores.
Put away the gun. It will bring trouble, Carlos.
Mama, take Dolores in the house.
Come. This is no place for a woman who will soon become a mother.
I care for no trouble, Mama.
If there is trouble, Carlos can handle it.
Now, Senor, why do you come back?
Same reason as before, Ortega. You've got 4,000 acres of land that belongs to me, and I want it.
That land is part of this rancho.
It's outside the rancho. Showed you the boundary on the map.
On your map, Senor. Not on the map the King of Spain gave to my great-grandfather.
I guess if I were in your shoes, I'd feel the same way about it. But the fact remains you're fighting a losing battle. The man who surveyed this boundary knew his business, and I bought a clear title off him. My time means money to me, so I'll give you $5,000 to end the argument right here and now. Now, that's $1.25 an acre for land I don't have to buy. That's a pretty fair offer.
Which I do not accept.
All right, then. I guess you'd better read this.
You have nothing I care to read.
All right, then, I'll tell you what it is. It's an order from the sheriff for you to get your vaqueros off that piece of property so I can take possession.
Leave this rancho.
Just as soon as you accept this.
I will accept nothing!
In that case, the sheriff says all I have to do is tack this up on your property.
Get off this rancho, senor.
Let go of that rein.
I said get off this rancho!
I said let go of that rein!
Carlos! Oh, I was afraid this would happen. Querido.
Take him inside.
Arturo.
Kiko, ride and tell Don Ramon what has happened, quickly.
Si, senora. I run.
Gently, gently. Bring water. Clean cloth.
Carlos. Carlos.
Do not cry, querida. Madre.
I am here, my son.
The Americano. Brewster.
He rode away.
Ramon must find him, Mama. Must find him and kill him. He must not escape, Mama.
He will not escape, Carlos. I promise you.
Don't.
Too much weeping is not good. Now more than ever, you must think of your son.
Arturo,
Si, señora.
ride to the mission and tell Padre Tomas.
Si, señora.
Arturo, tell him to hurry. He is greatly needed.
My brother.
Dead. Go, my son. Go to your brother.
In the name of my brother and of his unborn child, I swear I will not sleep nor rest until I have avenged this murder.
My son, let there be no talk of vengeance.
No vengeance! You would leave this punishment to the justice of the Americanos?
To the justice of the Almighty God, who in his divine wisdom will inflict proper punishment.
Enough. Ramon, you'll take the vaqueros and find this murderer.
My daughter!
I would see his dead body. Bring it to me.
Wait! Wait! I warn you that this useless killing you desire can bring death not only to your son who lives, but even to your flesh and blood not yet born.
When I was a girl, you took me on your knee and taught me the meaning of an eye for an eye. Would you now deny me a life for a life?
You misunderstood, my child. The penalty can be exacted only if God wills it.
I will it now. Let God prevent it if he wishes. Go.
Dios mío.
You're Ortega's wife. Ortega?
He's dead.
I'm sorry. You did this?
Yes, I did. But when I found you, I wanted to kill you with your own gun.
Why didn't you?
Well, if one death demands another in payment, there could be no end until all were destroyed. I could not bring my child into such a world. I hid your saddle and put your horse in the field with the others.
If you give me a hand, I'll get out of here.
No, you're not able to walk yet.
What happens if I'm found here?
I shall pray that you are not.
Dolores. You're up late.
I could not sleep. Carlos.
Me. It was the thought of the Americano escaping. But you must try and rest. You and your son.
Well, the Americano is not in the pueblo, senor.
Are you certain?
All night we have watched the cantinas and the gambling halls and the hotel where he stays.
Then he must be hiding on the rancho of an Americano friend.
See?
Kiko, you stay in the pueblo and watch. You two go to the ranchos of the Americanos and see what you can find out. But be careful. If you find Brewster, report to me at once at the hacienda.
Senor, the sheriff.
Well, Senor Ortega, looks like you saved me a trip to your house.
You wish to see me?
I'm looking for Brewster. No one's seen him since he rode out to your ranch yesterday. Would you know what happened to him?
He killed my brother.
Killed him? I'm sorry to hear that. But what about Brewster?
He escaped.
So now you're out looking for him, eh? To take the law into your own hands. You know, of course, you'd be starting a war you couldn't win.
We don't want war. We want justice.
And you'll get it in a fair trial.
Fair trial? With a jury of Americanos?
Well, now, I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm warning you. You killed Brewster, and neither me or anyone else can keep the Americans around here from wiping out the lot of you.
Did you hear? If Brewster were hiding with Americanos, the sheriff would know.
Then where is he, senor?
Somewhere between here and the hacienda. Come.
Dolores?
Where'd you go?
The hacienda was very warm. I would like to take a walk.
Go with God, my daughter. You and the son of my son.
Morning.
You were better this morning.
Thanks to you.
I have brought you some hot soup.
You're taking a lot of chances for me.
Not only for you, senor. Here.
I want to tell you again how sorry I am that all this happened.
What's done is done, senor. Eat now so that you may gain your strength quickly and leave.
Kiko, if you need fresh horses, get them.
Está bien.
Where is the body of the murderer?
We have not found him yet, Mama.
Not found him?
No, but I
What
thought...
have you been doing for a day and a night?
If you would but permit me to talk.
See, talk. This you can do well.
Since we left the hacienda, we have watched the pueblo with no food and no sleep, but he did not return. Even the sheriff wonders where he is.
Perhaps he is so badly wounded he could not get there.
Wounded? You did not tell me.
In my sorrow, I must have forgotten.
Then it can only be as I suspected. He must be somewhere between here and the pueblo. We'll search at once. Bring my horse!
I will get you food that you can eat while you ride.
Good. And have every man and woman that's able to walk search the brush around the hacienda. Ah, Dolores, it will not be long before Carlos is avenged.
Ramon, for the love I bore your brother, please listen to me and give up this thought of killing.
You say this with a grave awaiting your husband?
Better one grave than many.
You will feel differently when you hear your child cry for its father. Go. Come. We two must eat.
I'm not hungry.
As you wish.
Stupido. Are you so anxious to die that you would show yourself?
You heard them. I've got to get away before they find me.
So you'll go to where they'll look?
At least give me back my gun.
No, there will be no more killing. Neither by you nor by my people. Come now. Now you sit here until I return.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to get a wagon and take you to safety before Ramon returns.
You will stay where you are. Arturo? Arturo! So you have given shelter to the man who killed your husband.
Only for the sake of those who are very dear to me.
I will pray that your child has none of your weakness.
You call, Senora?
Take a horse, go fetch Don Ramon. Tell him I have found the Americano.
Si, Senora.
Hurry! My son is not far. You will not have to wait long.
Put down the gun, Mama.
Are you out of your senses?
I'm taking Senor Brewster to a place of safety. Now give me the gun.
Senor Brewster stays until Ramon arrives.
Give me the gun, Mama.
Do not force me to shoot.
For Ramon! For Ramon! Senora, your mother. She holds the Americano. Where? The adobe by the corral. She say come quick.
What happens if we ride into your brother's men?
We go the other way, to the mission. Padre Tomas will give you sanctuary there until he can send for the sheriff.
How far is it?
Only 2 miles.
What is it?
My baby.
How long?
Soon, I think.
How far are we from the mission?
We're not halfway there yet.
Come on!
I don't know why you've come back, but this time you won't.
The baby!
Baby! Maria! Rosita, quick! Get her to her bed. Hot water, cloth. You prepare the crib for the baby.
This time you will not escape.
Take him to the corral. Sí, señor.
You wanted our land? Por Dios, you shall have it. You will feel it take the life from you. The other end of the riata will be tied to my horse. If you can run fast enough, you will save your life. But I don't think you will.
Why don't you just shoot me?
No, amigo. It is better that you are dragged through the cactus and the chaparral over the land you tried to steal until your body is slashed to ribbons.
Stop! You must not kill this man.
Not kill him? When you yourself swore that you would take a life for a life?
The senor has given us another life for the one that has gone. He could have escaped to the safety of the mission, but he chose rather to come back with Dolores when he knew that her time had come.
The baby has come?
See, it is a boy.
You brought her back, senor?
There is one thing more. Because of the hate I bore this man, I would not tell you the truth.
The truth?
For the love I bear my grandson, I must confess that from the window, I saw Carlos shoot this man without warning.
Carlos? Shot first? Untie him.
Si, senor.
Senor Brewster, we have done you a great wrong.
I guess I was wrong, too. Now waiting for the government to rule on your brother's petition.
You will wait, then?
Mind if one of your men drives me to town?
It is our pleasure, senor. Kiko.
Si, senor. Arriba.
John Brewster devoted the rest of his life to befriending and helping those who had settled the Southwest long before the United States was even a dream in the minds of freedom-loving people. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. There's no business like show business, and nowhere in its history will you find a chapter as wild and woolly, as rough and tumble as that of the circus in the days of the 49ers. I call this story Pioneer Circus.
Hello, Ma.
Something wrong, Ma?
You'll hear same time as the others.
Thanks, Laura.
Anytime.
Ma's calling. Paytime.
Hey, Dan, how about you and me going into town tonight after we get paid?
Well,
Oh, come on. It'll do you good to relax once in a while.
Now, maybe you would at that.
Dress rehearsal's off. In fact, there's no show. The sheriff won't let us open tonight.
That Jordan outfit again?
Yep. Opened up on the other side of town yesterday.
Well, didn't you explain to him that Duke Jordan always keeps leapfrogging us?
Yeah, I explained, but didn't do no good. Town council won't let two shows work Minersville at the same time.
When we passed up our pay last week, you swore we'd get paid this week.
I can pay you. Pay in full. I've begged, borrowed, mortgaged every red cent I could. Just finished toting it up. I got all of $1,000.
Hooray for Ma!
But I'm not going to be able to pay you. Not if I carry out my plans to save this circus. And the only way that can be done, I figure, is to bring in a top attraction. Here, what do you think of this?
World's most famous equestrienne, Mademoiselle Juliette Bonnet, and her celebrated trick horse Comtesse.
How many equestrians does this outfit need? I suppose I don't even rate star billing anymore.
Don't say anything now, please. This ought to pack 'em in, Ma.
Yep, she's a real headliner, and she'll put us in the big time. But here's the rub. According to my agreement with her, she's to get $1,000 as a legal binder the minute she lands in Sacramento.
But when will that be?
This afternoon. I just got word she's aboard the riverboat from San Francisco. But the decision ain't mine. It's up to you folks.
Without her, the Carey Circus is finished. And then where will we get our pay? I say even forget Ma and what we owe the Colonel's memory. We gotta stick. How about it, everybody? And I say Ma deserves a break.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
Guess that settles it, Ma.
Dan, I gotta talk to you. Get some clothes on. You're leaving for Sacramento to meet that boat.
Why me?
Well, who else in this outfit could I trust with $1,000 and a pretty French girl?
So, you're going to Sacramento.
That's right, Laura.
I might come along if you ask me real pretty.
Well, it's an awful long trip, Laura.
Mm-hmm. Give us lots of time to talk. Oh, here, let me.
It's mighty nice of you not to squawk about bringing in that French headliner.
Guess why I did it? Why I didn't put the skids on the whole deal by demanding my pay?
Well, because you're a real trooper. And because you remember how good the Colonel was to you when you got hurt.
I don't know this flea-bag circus a thing. And don't think little Laura couldn't land a top spot anywhere. Try again, Danny boy. Reason is spelled Y-O-U. Danny?
Huh?
Look, it wouldn't take me long to get dressed. And we could get married in Sacramento.
Just wouldn't work out, Laura. You got the wrong man.
Meaning I'm the wrong girl. I suppose maybe you got ideas about something with that little French pastry.
I'd be making plans about a girl I've never even met.
It's never too soon to start making plans.
Well, what a lovely surprise. And the answer, Laura, is yes.
I didn't hear any question.
Oh, I thought you might be wanting to hang your tights in a Jordan tent. That Carey outfit can't last much longer.
Mark Harry might fool you yet.
How?
Dan Rowland is on his way to Sacramento to pick up a new act that's due in on this afternoon's boat. Mademoiselle Juliette something or other.
Mademoiselle Juliette Bonnet?
Yes, that's the name.
That's ridiculous. A headliner like Mademoiselle Bonnet would never join an outfit like Ma Carey's.
Oh, wouldn't she? Dan has $1,000 with him, and as soon as he hands it to this French dame, she's going to sign right on the dotted line.
We never could meet competition like that. Matt, Lenny, on the double. I not only feel grateful, I feel generous. How much?
I'm not in this for money.
That makes payment a pleasure. Still Dan Rowland, eh? That's why you want that French girl to join the Kerry Circus.
You catch on quick.
Come in, gentlemen. I got a job for you.
No tricks.
This is impossible. Never has such a thing happened before. They know I am coming and they keep me waiting for more than 1 hour. Now why they not meet me?
Don't ask me, ma'am. All I know is I got to get back on the boat.
Oh, no, you cannot leave me here alone. I am Mademoiselle Juliette Bonnet, who has
Perform
performed.
before the crowned heads of Europe, but I got to perform on the boat, and if I don't get back
Oh,
right away,
no, I forbid it. First you must find out for me why they do not come.
I'll be worried.
Oh, Comtesse. Why did we come to this terrible America?
Mademoiselle Bonnet.
So, all this time you keep me waiting like a nothing. And now this is all you have to say? You think I forgive so easily?
I wouldn't forgive at all if I were you, mademoiselle. In fact, I wouldn't wait around for them a moment longer.
For them? Monsieur, you are not.
You think I'm with the Kerry Circus? Oh, please, mademoiselle.
But if you are not with the Kerry Circus, how you know I am here?
Word gets around. Though I found it hard to believe when I heard you were slated to join the Kerry outfit.
Well, maybe you can tell me why they do not come to meet me.
That's the way they do business. Completely unreliable. As an American, I was deeply ashamed that a fellow countryman of mine would keep Europe's foremost equestrian waiting on a dock.
You know that I am the important equestrienne?
Everyone in the profession knows of your work, Mademoiselle Bonnet. Permit me.
Jordan Circus Enterprises, Duke Jordan propriétaire. Greatest show in the gold fields.
I had no idea that the great Mademoiselle Juliette would be interested in an American engagement, or I would have made you an offer myself. And mine, need I say, would have been legitimate.
But what means this legitimate?
Bona fide. That Kerry Circus could offer you the moon, and all you'd get would be moldy cheese. Why, they're on their last legs.
Last legs?
Broke, busted, bankrupt.
Bankrupt?
Why trust Mademoiselle? They don't already have you tied to a contract.
Oh, but first they must pay me $1,000.
I'll pay you double that, plus whatever salary they offered you, and a percentage of the take.
Oh, monsieur.
Come, I'll have your luggage picked up.
But before I sign with you, I must tell them.
Why? Did they tell you they were going to leave you stranded here on the dock?
No, but they do send me the passage money, and I think I wait a little while longer.
But you've waited so long already. You must be hungry.
Oh, oui, I am famished, and so is my Comtesse.
Well, then, suppose we all go and put on the feed bag. Then later we can make inquiries, if you still insist.
What's going on here?
This is obviously the welcoming committee that Mark Carey sent.
So, finally you come. Why you keep me waiting?
I'm sorry, but I almost didn't make it at all. I was held up and robbed.
Robbed? You do not have my $1,000?
No, ma'am.
Sounds like an alibi to me.
You know better than that, Jordan. It was two of your men who robbed me.
Cover, Roland. Men have been shot for such talk.
All right, then. So how do you happen to be here?
Had to pick up some cargo from the riverboat. Heard about Mademoiselle and the shocking fact that no one had come to meet her.
Yeah, well, someone's here now. So vamoose.
He actually seems to think that you'll go with him.
First $1,000.
Look, I told you.
Oh, no money, no contract, no contract. I do not go with you.
Oh, yes, you're going with me, even if I have to drag you.
Oh, nobody talks to me like this.
Ma Carey sent me to bring you, and bring you I will. As soon as you talk to her, you can do as you please.
She'll do as she pleases right now. And she pleases to come with me to my bank.
Jordan, I'm warning you.
Coming, Mademoiselle.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, stop! Maybe Monsieur Jordan cannot swim.
Then all rats can swim.
I called the gendarme. They arrest you for a thief, for a murderer. Oh, you leave alone my horse. I scream. You forget who I am, that I appear before all the crown heads of Europe. Oh, no, you put my things back. I will not go with you. Oh, no, Salor. I will not go with you. You heard me. Oh, no. No, I will not. You are no. Oh, Salor. Oh, you are a horrible man. Je n'oublierai jamais ce que vous venez de faire. Jamais. T'entendez? Jamais.
Mighty pretty country around here, don't you think? Aren't you going to say anything? 4 hours and you haven't spoken one word.
I do not talk to kidnappers. In France, you would go to the guillotine.
Look, I had to bring you back to Ma.
So you grab me and throw me into this wagon? Look what you do to my poor Comtesse. She's scooped up in a boat all the way from France, and then suddenly she has to run for many hours along very rough roads. She go lame. Maybe.
I'm sorry. I didn't think of that. Guess we ought to take it in easy stages, I guess. Whoa!
What you do?
Good place to make camp.
Camp?
Yeah, Ma put up some grub for us in case we got hungry. A couple of horse blankets and back.
But is there not maybe an inn?
Not between here and Minerville.
I can get down by myself.
Just wanted to help.
You help too much already.
This help?
Oh, but now you will be cold.
Well, that's the first friendly thing you said to me.
I do not dislike you, monsieur. But it is most difficult to believe that story you tell me about that nice Mr. Jordan sending men to rob you.
Well, that's because you don't know Jordan and that strong show he runs.
Strong show?
One that's run by grifters, crooked card games. Things like that.
Oh, and yours is a weak show.
Ma Carey runs it respectable. A real credit to show folks. Like you, Julie.
You work for this Ma Carey a long time?
Ma and the Colonel, he was her husband. He's dead now. They took me when I lost my folks. 9 years old I was.
I also was, how you say, orphan. I know what it is to be hungry and alone.
You know how it is when somebody gives you a home, makes you feel wanted. That's why I had to get you back to Ma. Without you, the Carey circus is finished. Comprenez-vous?
I think I begin to comprenez-vous a little.
Come on! Get up!
You had me worried, boy. What in tarnation kept you overnight?
That's a long story, Ma. I'll meet your new star.
Madame! I am most happy to meet you after what Dan tells me.
The long story, boy. Make it short.
I was robbed on the way to Sacramento.
Robbed?
Oh, but Dan says you pay me soon, so I stick with you, yes?
That's mighty nice of you, mademoiselle. I certainly appreciate it. You'll all get a chance to meet the mademoiselle later. Come inside and we'll talk.
There you are. If it gets me what I want, it's well worth it.
This ought to get us what we both want.
Hmm.
Thank you, Duke.
Hmm.
Oh, look at her handle that horse.
Sacramento in 2 days.
And you'll knock him dead, Julie.
Knock him dead. This is good.
Nothing better. You better hurry along now and change. Be dark soon. I don't want you catching cold. I'll take care of your horse.
Yes? Oh, I didn't recognize you without the costume. You are the other equestrienne.
Mm-hmm. The other one is right. Well, I see that star billing isn't all you took over from me.
I do not understand.
You sure don't. Then Dan had me buffaloed, too.
What means this buffaloed?
Well, he two-timed me, just like he's two-timing you. Oh, and if you don't know what that means, well, he's playing you for a sap, a sucker, a prize boob.
Oh, please, you go now. I will not listen to these lies.
Poor kid. You really fell for him hard, didn't you? Well, at least he didn't cheat me out of $1,000.
Cheat me? They hold him up.
Oh, yeah? Well, I saw him with some money. Big wad of money. And I happen to know that before he left for Sacramento, he didn't have a thin dime of his own.
No. No, I will not believe it.
Then go to his tent and ask him. Or are you afraid to? You're glad the big double-crosser isn't here, aren't you? You just can't bear to find out the truth.
The truth is he did not do what you say.
No? What do you want to bet? He was sitting right there in his bed counting it when I saw him. Well, go on, look around. I dare you.
No, it is not right for me.
Was it right for him to drag you here, to make love to you, to get you to stay? I heard him bragging that it worked out real well.
Boy, I want you to take a crew into Sacramento and plaster that place so full of handbills, you
You big two corsair! I tear you to pieces! I scratch your eyes out!
What in tarnation?
What's happened? What's the matter with you, Julie?
It happened. I find this in your bed. You lie about the holdup. You lie about the $1,000. You lie about us, too. Now nothing can make me stay. Nothing. I am going to Duke Jordan's
You're
show.
not going anywhere.
Made up the whole story about being robbed.
Yeah, he stole all our money.
I never would have believed it of that. You yapheads. That boy wouldn't steal a drop of water if he was dying of thirst.
Don't you understand? They're holding her against her will. This is your chance. You can get her if you go there now.
Well, all right. I'll go round up some men. You better wait here.
Oh, not on your life. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Can't you see, Julie? Laura must have planted it in my bunk. It's all part of Jordan's scheme to make you leave Ma.
I hate you. I hate you.
All right, hate me if it makes you feel any better, but you've got nothing against Ma.
Dan! Jordan and some of his men are coming up the road.
What do you want, Jordan?
You know what I want. Mademoiselle Bonnet. She's staying here. I happen to know she wants to leave you. Get her things, boys.
Go ahead, get your stuff. You're not pushing me. Ever since I come to America, people are picking me up, carrying me where I am not wanting to go, pushing me around.
Well, you're gonna get pushed around a lot more. You ain't stealing my job and my sweetheart. Now pack up your stuff and get out of here.
You keep your hands off me.
You're free to go now, Julie.
That's right, girl. We've played our last show.
Well, just because you have no tents? Well, in Europe we play theaters and opera houses also.
That takes money.
Well, here is money. I saved it from fire, the $1,000.
That would rent the opera house in Sacramento.
Sure would.
Well, then it is settled. We open in Sacramento, and the show, it will go on and on, n'est-ce pas?
Yes, Pa.
And the show did go on and on to become part of the glamorous legend of show business and of the Old West.
আমারে সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না কি কইতেছেন আপনি কি কইতেছেন
গায়ে হাত দিছেন কেন
গায়ে দিও এ বেটা গায়ে দিলে কি করবে একদম গায়ে
করতেছেন তুই গায়ে তুই আমি আজকে শেষ কর তুই টাকা দে আমার টাকা দে
তোরে আজকে বই
কোন রাস্তার মধ্যে আইছেন ভাই এই এই আপনি কারে করছেন হ্যাঁ
আরে ভাই আপনারে কই নাই আমার কল দিছিলাম এই কল রিসিভ করতেছ না ওরে কইছি
আমারে কোন মানে এই আপনি নামেন তো নামেন আমি যাব না আপনি কি কইতেছেন হ্যাঁ
আপনি যাবেন না কেন
না আমি যাব না আপনি আপনি নামেন আমার টাকা দেন আমি যাইগা
দেমু না টাকা আমারে না নিয়ে গেলে আমি ভাড়া দেমু না
আরে আপনি কখন থেকে এই অলি করতেছেন আপনার আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না একদমই সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না আপনি টাকা দেন আমি যাইগা
আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না কি কইতেছেন আপনি কি কইতেছেন
গায়ে হাত দিছেন কেন
গায়ে দিও এ বেটা গায়ে দিলে কি করবে একদম গায়ে
করতেছেন তুই গায়ে তুই আমি আজকে শেষ কর তুই টাকা দে আমার টাকা দে
তোরে আজকে বই
মোটরসাইকেল করে নিয়ে যেতেছেন ভাই এটা আমার মালিকের মোটরসাইকেল ভাই মোটরসাইকেল নিয়ে যান না
গাড়ি থামলো কেন
স্যার একটা অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়েছে
ভাই ভাই আমার একটু বাঁচান
স্যার
ভাই
পেটে তো ছুরি
মনে হচ্ছে চিন্তা কি
হসপিটাল নিয়ে যান ভাই
স্যার হসপিটালে নিয়ে যাব
আরে পাগল হইছো এত রাতে থানা পুলিশের ঝামেলা কে যাব চালাও গাড়ি
স্যার যে অবস্থা মনে হয় না বাবু
ভাই যান না ভাই ও ভাই আমার একটু হসপিটাল
Một video một ngày 5 tháng 7 2024 bên chia link Let's go của anh và anh sẽ bay tiếp cho các em xem nhé. Ok, hãy để tự lại. Anh sẽ khiển một chút, mình sẽ kiếm 50 củ để 50 củ để luôn tiếp lên chiến sĩ nhất. Ê, nếu lái được thẳng quá chôn quá lái thẳng rồi chỉ xong rồi phải không máy hù tỏ đùa mày đùa thôi kệ kệ cho mày tự đi truyền thuyết tăng trưởng mày xa sửa binh nhé. Ok, thật ra được 3 của 47 chứ không cộng 3,17 nhân trừ 20% tầm chơi được 20%. Đây là nạp chút năng lượng trôi qua bản và thân bay lên 127 triệu của mình. 127 triệu phép đây chơi lên ở đây gọi 2 cái màu vàng ở sẵn bay kéo vậy sao nốt trời giảm đất xếp thằng này quỷ à ác quỷ vô ba đùa tao cho nên nó là quỷ rồi bài cho thầy. Thầy để nhìn thấy nhiều luôn, thầy nhiều luôn số cân. Đùa mạnh. Đùa tao. Rồi đấy. Ngã chéo mà. Thêm không được. 16 lắm rồi. Được không? Rồi đâu? 2 3 cái nhiên mình bao nhiêu? 5 m. Ui, 50%. Không, ui, ra với bia này, độc dược à, thôi cứ không quan trọng, vụ nổ lớn, bị sẽ sẵn bài tử thần mà, đều hiểu sẽ sẵn bài, chơi chạm đất, trải thải cái đường đâu mà chạm chứ, là thế rồi, đang xuống rồi, đang vòng xuống rồi, đang số thì binh sinh linh không, 3 2 1, perfect một lần này. Đấy, kiếm 15 lần perfect không? 100 lần perfect thì đã ăn 6 triệu. Nhờ 7 triệu. Mình cần 50 thôi, đã được 5 củ rồi. 7 củ là bình thường. Chuẩn rồi. Đấy á, đón thêm một nhịp. Vào mình rồi. Đây chỉnh. Ok, không được. Mất kiếm mà cổ không mất áo luôn à? Nếu còn gì phải lấy găng tay đây để thay, rồi 1 2 lần, thế là 30% à? Xem anh nhá, 30% bình cũng gần 5 củ rồi, 40 củ à? 2 lần được 10 củ rồi. Thấy ảo điếc. Let's go. Let it go. Một chiếc binh chi linh không vậy, bánh 7 láp à? Vậy 456 triệu coin để rebirth tiếp à? Sợ khó đấy. Anh cần 50 củ rồi này, phải chừng 40 củ tròn. Kiếm tiền từ điêu ấy. Một lần perfect này. Một lần perfect. Thầy lái. Mình thắng. Nghe cái trường mình thắng. Mày 10% nữa. Mày ngã. Mày không được. Đùa tao. Xuống không. Xuống vậy bánh ơi. Nếu được rồi. Chọn nhau nhỉ. Không được rồi. Lại lệch trên 10 đây. Mustang mui trần Vinh 87 à? Đây á, 88. 46 à? 49, 50, 51. Lưu record này. Ngày trước cũng 51, một tẹo. Ui. Đây rồi, quyền trượng của tôi. Phải thua á? Bài này phải thua. Đã xét tôi mà thua. Quyền trưởng rồi, xin cảm ơn. Rồi xong. Bay cao như thầy xem nào. Uầy, rất nhiều quỷ. Ok, broccoli sắp rồi, anh đánh trận cả đến lượt broccoli. Bình. Chia xem xong cần phải đi ngủ. Binh, cái xa. Chị. Bay lên trên. Là gì đâu, có gì thấy cái gì không? Nó không ra mắc file được rồi. Chắc ra cách xa không ra mắc file đâu. Thầy sẽ lái. Binh chia linh. Cái bay 400 lap ở Go 2. Thầy đang cày tiền để rebirth lên 7. Nốt lần này lên 7 đã quay về Go 3. Thầy bay tốc độ mà. Ác ma ác quỷ. Wow. Binh chi và lên em ơi. Có thể không? Mình thắng. Yes. Quỷ ác quỷ vai. Bài này vẫn thua thằng đếm nào ấy. Thằng nhà chữ Trung Quốc. What the hell. Thuật sĩ tiến hóa tự nhiên á. Chúng ta Xong ra stress à? Nên đợi mình em chết mà. Chết lấy Asia 2 lên 9, lấy Asia 2 binh chi linh. Anh ạ. Chết 7 ra xét mà. Vừa lên chết 7 phát ra xét luôn. Hiểu. Bây giờ anh lấy cái phòng hộ để cho tiền hay anh ngồi zone hết đến 50 tiền, còn 50 tiền thôi mà anh là còn hơn 60 tiền nhé. Tiền ra xét rồi xong, tất cả dừng lại. Chọn không vợ chồng. Đẹp trai vãi bíp. Sự đẹp trai không? Sấm mút rồi, sấm mớt trời này. Ai à? Mèo nhớ ra gì rồi? Là khối 2 vòng cơ. Hả? Đéo biết. Thì sao? Thằng lẽ oan rồi gì. Chết ngay. Chuồn ông. Perfect. Nhiều request này, ngon. 460 không? 60 rồi. Ngon. 61, 62. Đâu đi 62. Ô, đây rồi. Còn lao nữa phải không? Chúa bị lên cơn điên rồi em ơi. Có tay không? Vừa bảo đéo ra vẫn ra. Mày trốn vẫn ra oan mà, đéo hiểu. Vừa có hiểu đi thần rừng anh không chơi. Cái định mệnh một định mệnh một thần rừng rồi. Anh mà biết đánh chết 10 thì sẽ là 6 thần dương 7 định mệnh. Khiếp, mày sấy kinh rồi. Nằm vào gỡ lỗ ông vậy. Huy nhân được không? 28 máu chắc thế. Chắc thế. Gì? Mèo. Ôi dạ sao có này đây? Cái gì? Thì anh vừa bảo đấy. Thế anh mới để im thằng kia ở đấy nhá. Mèo gió lắp thế. Chi. Ủa nó vậy chồng. Thôi kìa. Vậy. Có Huy cầm cái kìa, sự phân nhau. Từ xem cái thằng này á. Nổ không vậy? Thôi xong rồi, mày đi. Thần tài biết điếp ấy, thần tài biết điếp mà. Rồi anh gặp rồi, nó biết điếp mà. Anh gặp nó lúc đầu biết nó biết điếp ấy. Đúng rồi. 4 vào. Xong được. Ủa chứ cũng vậy. Khí thua. Xin ra bao. Check. Thằng kia ở đấy nhá. Meo cho nó thấp thế. Chi. Ủa nó vậy chồng. Thôi kìa. Vậy. Có Huy cầm cái kìa, sự với nhau. Từ xem cái thằng này á. Nổ không vậy, thôi xong rồi, mày đi. Thần tài biết điếp ấy, thần tài biết điếp mà. Rồi anh gặp rồi, nó biết điếp mà. Anh gặp nó lúc đầu của biết là biết điếp ấy. Nằm 4 vào. Xong được. Ủa chứ cũng vậy. Khí thua. Xin ra bao. Check. Xin ra ba không? Tí chịu à? Ok rồi, anh cũng định mà. Anh xin ra ba được mà. Có thể không? Azit. Chưa kéo. Anh chậm mà. Bình tĩnh nhỉ. Chết thì. Hả? Kéo gì? Kéo đồ này á, định mệnh á. Sao? Bình tĩnh. Thằng này nó khỏe mà. Mình không muốn chết. Trời, nhìn dễ. Xin ra ba luôn. Không đâu, không anh nhận đâu. Không, giống ai chơi. Trốn đâu. Mình dừng này. Được rồi. Là giáp gái, nhưng mà giáp gái dễ bị mất lắm. Chúng con lấy giáp này. Ở đây ơi. Ai mấy dispute. Đéo hiểu. Giỏi vậy. Đây rồi. Kìa, hai thằng đứng một chỗ à? Không, nhưng mà thằng này cũng khỏe. Không biết em rồi. Ê, xét lại. Để xét làm chi ạ? 7 đinh mệnh là tao à? Thôi, thua mà. Nếu hiểu. Không, chưa có được. Nếu có à, có ai giữ đâu. Chuẩn. Không có ai giữ đâu. Ra luôn không? Cái này chọn cái đéo chả được. Thằng nào sẽ chết. Thế cho hết đồ rồi à? Vẫn để hết đồ đó không? Nó binh hơn à? Thôi gặp thằng này đi. Thằng này vừa mình thua. Nó làm cái gì ấy? Nó phải ăn đi ba kìa. Nó phải ăn đi ba này. Thằng này có phải ăn đi ba mày em. Ê, nó thiếu một con. Nó phải azit nữa kìa. Sai. Không được rồi thầy ơi. À. Được, sao dòng mình sao tự rơi ra cái xin ra. Chịu vậy vẫn mảng. Thầy đi mua làm không có đâu. Ồ, tự ra mà bảo rồi. À, dấu đấy. Chi mày. Giờ mới ping. Oan một đéo dạo cái đằng kia luôn đấy, oan rồi. Lụm. Màu xanh không? Hay cái này? Còn chút dồn nữa không?
আচ্ছা আপনি ওই দিন আপনার আম্মার সামনে আমার লগে এরকম ব্যবহার করছেন কেন?
আমার ইচ্ছে হয়েছে আমি করছি, আর আমার পিছে ঘুরে লাভ নেই।
কেন? আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি না, করবো না কেন?
বেহায়া মেয়ে রে বাবা, তোমার তো আমি ক্লিয়ার করে বলছি যে আমি তোমার বিয়ে করবো না।
আরে আপনার আম্মাই তো আমার পছন্দ করছো, তো আপনি শাদি করবেন না কেন?
তাহলে তারই বিয়েটা করো।
কি কইতেছেন? আমি আপনার আম্মারে কেন শাদি করব? আমি তো আপনার শাদি করব। আর আপনি যদি আমার শাদি না করছেন তাহলে কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম আমার হাতে লিখুন।
তোমার যা ইচ্ছা তুমি তাই করো, আমি একদমই ভয় পাই না। আগের বার মাইনে নিছি, খেলা ছিল দেখা, এটা খেলা না, এটা আমার জীবন। আমি জীবন নিয়ে ছেলে খেলা করতে পারবো না।
আমি হাঁচা কইতেছি, আমি কিন্তু ব্লেড দিয়ে
হাতে পায়ে গলায় মুখে সব জায়গায় যেখানে ইচ্ছা সেখানে লেখো, ইংরেজি বাংলা ফার্সি যেটাতে পারো সেটাতেই লেখো, আমার কিচ্ছু যায় আসে না।
আপনার আমি শেষবারের মতো কইতেছি, আপনারা আর বেশি সময় দিব না, শুধুমাত্র 12 ঘন্টা সময় দিলাম। এই 12 ঘন্টার মধ্যে আপনি আপনার মত বদলাইবেন, নাহলে কইলাম আমি হাঁচায় ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম লিখে ফেলাম, আমার কেউ আটকাইতে পারবো না।
আরামসে তুমি সিগারেট টানো, বুঝো নাই শান্তিতে, আর ওদিক দিয়ে কাম সারছে।
কেন কি হইছে?
আরে শুনোস না, ওই মেয়ে তো ডেঞ্জারাস একটা ঘটনা ঘটায় ফেলছে। লেট দিয়ে হাত কাটছে, এখন কি হইব মামা?
ওই মেয়েটা
বস কি মামা? কস হাত
কেন? ওই মেয়েটার তোর কোনো কথা হইছিল?
কালকে রাত্রেবেলা বাসার সামনে এসে দাঁড়ায় ছিল, আমার 12 ঘন্টার আলটিমেটাম দিছে।
এই কিসের আলটিমেটাম দিছে রে? হ্যাঁ
আরে ওই বিয়াতে রাজি না হইলে কি জানি।
এই কথা তুই আগে কবি না।
আরে আমি কি বুঝছি নাকি?
আরে না বাবার কি আছে, বুঝোস না, মেয়ে তো একটা ডেঞ্জারাস। এখন যদি কিছু হয়ে যায় মামা, আমাকে তো পুলিশে ধরে নিয়ে যাবে।
আমি কি করছি?
ও আমি কি করছি কিছু জানো না? না ওই বেটা আইনার মারপে জানো, জীবনে তো থানায় তুই যাস্তে জানবি কেন? থানায় আমি গেছি জানি। ফোন যে কোনো হলে আত্মহত্যা প্ররোচনকারী যেই হোক নাকি, তার নাম যদি একবার থানায় গিয়ে কয় মামা, তাহলে তোর খবর আছে। এখন তুই কি করবি তুই চিন্তা করে দেখ।
কি করছে সব? এই লাইলি বাইচা আছে তো?
হ্যাঁ শুনলাম ও তো বাইচা আছে।
কোন হসপিটাল আছে? আমি যাই একটু দেখা করে আসি।
হসপিটালে যাই দেখা করে, হসপিটাল থাকলে তখন তুমি চৈতশিকার ভিত্তি থাকলা, বুঝো নাই? আর তুমি যাই হয়তো বাসায় আছে। এই তুই কি ওর বাসায় যাবি?
তুই যাবি মামা?
হায় রে খোদা, তুমি আইছো, আমি জানতাম তুমি আইবা। আমি লাইলে রে কইছি তুমি আসবা। চ্যাংরা হও আর রক্ত গরম হও, মানুষ তো, তোমার মনের ভিতরে সেই প্রেমটা আছে।
আচ্ছা আমি লাইলির সাথে একটু দেখা করবো।
লাইলির সাথে দেখা করবা?
কেমন আছে ও?
আছে বাবা, আসো আসো, তোমার আমি একটু দেখা করাতে আসো।
এইসব কি?
প্লেট দিয়ে তোমার নাম লিখছি, বানান ঠিক আছে?
একদম ঠিক আছে। কিন্তু কি বলো বাইক না, ভালো হয়েছে না? আমি কিন্তু লাইলিতে কইছিলাম লাইলি ছবি তুইলা ওরা পাঠাই দে। ভাই কইছে যে না, কিছু জিনিস আছে এগুলো ছবি তুলে পাঠালে সঠিকভাবে দেখা যায় না, সামনাসামনি দেখতে হয়। এর লেগে তো এতক্ষণ ধরে তোমার জন্য অপেক্ষা করতেছি।
এইসব পাগলামির কোনো মানে আছে?
আছে না, তোমার আমি শাদি করব, তুমি আমার শাদি করবা, করবা না?
এই তুমি কি আমার বলদ পাইছো? বলদ এই পাশে দাঁড়ানো লোকটার মতো।
নিলয়, তুমি আমার মামার নিয়ে কি করতেছো?
আমি বলবো তুমি শুনবা। মানে এই যদি তোমার হাত কাটার নমুনা হয়, হ্যাঁ আমি জানলে আমি জীবনেও আসতাম না। আর যদি হাত সত্যি সত্যি কাটতাও তাও আসতাম না, কোনো লাভই হইতো না। আমি তোমারে বিয়ে করব না। তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শুধুমাত্র মজা নেওয়া যায়, বাড়ির বউ করা যায় না। তোমার মধ্যে ওই রকম কোনো এলিমেন্টই নাই।
তুমি একটু বেশি বেশি করতেছো না?
এই মাঝখান দিয়ে ঢুকে গেলেন? হ্যাঁ, সাদে কি আপনার মাইনছে হাবলু কয়? এর লেগে আপনার হাবলু কয়। আর ঢুকছেন যখন, তখন আমারে না বুঝায় আপনার এই ড্রামাবাজ ভাগ্নিরে বুঝান। আমি ওরে বিয়ে করব না, আমি মরে গেলে ওরে বিয়ে করব না। মানে নিজের তো কোনো মান সম্মান নাই, পরিবারের মান সম্মানটা যদি খোয়াইতে না চাও তাহলে এসব বন্ধ করো। সবার সামনে অপমান করবো নাইলে।
থাক ভাগ্নি, তুই কষ্ট পাইস না। হয় তোরা বুঝতে পারে নাই, আর যেদিন বুঝতে পারবো ওই কান্দা বুক চাপলাইবো, তখন বুঝবো যে কি জিনিস হারাইছি। তুই কান্দিস না ভাগ্নি, একদম কান্দিস না। তুই থাক, আমি আইতাছি, দেখতেছি।
Ít tiền thế. Đấy với quá gì của tao. Thằng Tốc. Cú Milo hóa quỷ. Milo để hóa quỷ lắc nào. Hấp vừa được hết. Đấy vô cực. Đây đâu hết từ hai đi. Hết từ hai đi uống về đây đâu hết từ thật. Nói xong ra luôn. Thank you. Bắt đầu thêm mà. Lại rơi rồi. Rơi lâu quá. Anh ra bách rồi. Kinh ấy. Tí đầu quá nhặt tí không được ấy. Anh nhập phút rồi. Vậy tôi đã có được 16 phút trong phần này. The Ocean World. Ê, cái này chưa được vậy. Rick 60 triệu quay. Ngày bay nhanh của bố. Đặc quyền phú dạng. Hỏi rồi ra luôn mà. Làm đây đi. Xịn xịn này, còn đầu xịn này đi, thì chưa có link, nó sẽ một cái sửa app rồi. Xịn đó này, quay bia, xịn, kinh ấy cũng kinh ấy. Qua cái máy bay Yes sir. Ta tìm mới rồi này. Cô lao skin. Skin mới à. Tôi phải danh cái mới thành ngu này. Cho bố mới lên dài. Noob Nupakachi Bunyanyo Chupapi Bunyanyo. Ủa này, ra đây rồi. Ê à, cái đeo đẹp vậy thôi. What the đẹp. Không. Mèo 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 là tốt. Mèo 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 mèo. Chuẩn không vậy. Hai năm sáu tám bảy à. Kinh đấy. hai tuổi thằng nào còn lâu mới được 750 tỷ mới đủ tiền để ấy mà. Út mày nhót lên chất 5 mà xong rồi đến giao giá lên 6 bình thường lên nhanh không lên quá nhanh ấy. Một hoàn cảnh vậy ở đây chỉ có nhắn tiền ta sẽ cùng một pin mày ơi rơi tự do chưa vay xong đưa tiền what the nhau vậy là tự am tiền rồi lâu quá để tự ao tiền tính toán lâu quá đây này là phép bán tự chi vậy phải không mày cảm thấy lố ui gãy tay à phải phát gãy tay rồi chưa rồi tự do cho bố về đây phải phòng hóa nữa à kinh kinh đấy đầu qua ông nội ơi không trong bách cái bách thì không có tiền đây tôi bay được rừng rồi thì không phải lấy quà được để nhớ đâu ơi quất tở nhau còn thế nữa gì lâu vãi zone mất zone một kiếm điện một hết kiếm này một hết kiếm này Darius thì Darius có thời gian binh ác quỷ phi phai súng dài thủy đoạn nếu mà đánh bài gì để dẫn dắt mấy thằng ngu rồi rồi đây à bài kia đây tôi rồi bố dạ sơ của anh trai bố mày cút đây là thế rồi cái mới đang qua vào lâu mới đang đẩy xong nhưng mà đang qua vào rồi mà rơi lâu quá càng là dậy mới rơi lâu vậy hay là rơi đến mức an toàn mới xuống nhỉ giải sửa đèo ấy giải rút sửa đèo ấy ca xù mà chờ thắng một round nữa thì mới có một đồng đây này để đấy 800 của chủ coi chừng đi coi let's go rồi có tăng tốc này quy ơ tôi nhớ là quy của đát tôi nhớ là có quy của đát nha quy liền ở trên này mở được 5 quả 1 2 3 hiểu cả 5 quả ra con đấy chi xì nụ điên scenario không thế rồi bài tốc từ đầu lấy để thế tăng tốc trước lấy để thế tăng tốc trước lấy để thế xin ra thắng làm mày đấy ôi là 20 giây đấy à đây cả tốc gì tránh một sao vật tờ heo 300 triệu bình thường 300 củ là kia là phải được 10 vòng đấy 300 củ là kia là phải được 10 vòng đấy vừa mới được 7 vòng chuẩn rồi chuyển động sử dụng nhanh không chuyển động không hành vi tỷ tứ mà bay 1 tỷ tứ trong mình mà Sợ cái gì? Ai 200 của đây. Đây tiếp. Đây tiếp bữa. Mày ác vậy? Cái tổng chỉ là của 28, 29. Ai da. Rồi anh đến lượt anh là phá thành pháo. Nhanh đây. Pháo bay nhanh ấy. Ui, cái gì đấy? Anh bay kinh quá, anh bay mất xác rồi Vũ. Phải chưa? Thì anh bay mất thấy vật biến mất vào thông tin bị kiểu giống như reset character ấy. What the hell? Anh có mất xác mà. Rồi vãi. 300 triệu vòng 10 lần cái vòng map trước, 10 vòng map trước. Mày phân mất xác. Có tuổi rơi map này rơi lâu quá. Nó theo rơi lâu quá. Thì lục của thầy là ở đây à? Chưa đến bầu trời đấy sao? Rồi để thua. Mày cắt lên cái bán nó phát chết đấy. Rồi được. Anh tin. Á chốc vụt trước. Rồi Á chốc đến vụt trước rồi. Á chốc vụt. Thắng này. Trời. Rơi lâu quá trời ơi. Ui rồi ôi, phần nhánh chứ cầu hồi phục. 2 tấn 13 ngẫu nhiên. Rồi, xây dựng đội hình lên zone 3 cho nhanh. Nói phun bạc đéo hiểu. Phun bạc đéo sẽ tự động không ạ? Không, bây giờ tao đến cái thế giới thứ mấy này? Thứ 1, 2, 3, tao ở thế giới thứ 4 đúng không? Đây cái map thì rơi lâu cực, cái nó bắn xong rơi xuống lâu vãi, mình ao ra mà không được tiền hay thì là phải để sự rơi xuống rơi lâu với nhiều. Cháu hiểu. Thực sự binh em cũng có rơi lâu mà, rơi lâu đét. Bây giờ anh đi mở trứng tiếp ấy. Có lẽ nào quên. Thì em phải mở, em phải lấy nhiều tiền để mở mấy quả trứng tiếp theo chứ. Em lên world tiếp theo này. Thì mình bắt để lên world tiếp theo đi. Lên world tiếp theo ấy, mấy trứng xịn hơn. Đánh hack một tay rồi nữa. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ui, epic à? 8 chỉ là epic thôi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cái con này. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sipa Sikir 2, 3, 4, 6. Mình cũng được ra 6 lượt đổi miễn phí cho nên khi sử dụng có tiết kiệm. Đây lên 7 rồi. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rồi, mua epic nữa. Hết tiền nào? Không. 10. What the hell? Chuồn tao. Wow, anh đến rồi lâu. Nhưng mà mày sẽ vào bảo là không được cái chơi này đâu gì. Trên đây chợ. Phải chưa? Chuồn nào. Chắc thế rồi em ơi. Chỉ quả ai 200 mầm. Chiều ơi em, anh cũng không biết, anh cũng không hiểu. Sự nhanh và nhẹn đấy. Biết đâu, anh biết đâu em. Người ta có chỗ để tiêu tiền mà Vũ. Bảo nó là mày làm hay xong cái tiền cho bọn tao được không? Gì đấy, thế sao nó cứ tiếng đi chợ từ nãy đến giờ ấy nhỉ? Thua hả? 77 máu không hả? Cháu đéo đây kiếm ạ, thực sự thiếu kiếm trầm trọng ấy. Đéo kiếm rồi. Tôi lấy đồ cho Zone cho Ken trước bạn. Mình sẽ đánh Ken và anh không đợi Zone. Cực chiêu. Rồi 400 củ à. Chiêu lại. Lập đi quát khác đi. Rồi, mày hoài. Ở đây rồi. Chết xấu quá à. Chờ ra đây này. Chào chị.